Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd as well as my friends over at yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today we're going to do the raised twist mandala. There's a bit of a twist here near the outside of it. Again, this is part of building up on your skills in order to do mandalas in the future. So without further ado, let's take a look what we're going to get ourselves into today. So we're looking at our mandalas that we've already done in this series. We started off with the beginner if you're following along, and then we did this beautiful one right here with splotches of color towards the outside of it. We did some shell work, and then we got into some clusters that did that. We had some chains in order to create these beautiful gapping spaces. We also did a fun border on the outside, and then we went all the way to the wheel. So now we're going to begin, and we're going to restart again on something new and learn some new skills. So you'll need a 5mm size H crochet hook, and this can be a hot pad, so use your Lily Sugar and Cream yarn to do all of your kitchen accessories when it comes to hot pads. We'll now get started. Let's go. So let's get started. We're going to create a slip knot, and then we're going to chain 3, which will count as a double crochet in this particular pattern. So just start in chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and now the third chain from the hook, which is the very start right where I'm moving and pinching, right there we're going to place 11 double crochets. So this is going to count as 1, so therefore there'll be a total of 12 going all the way around the center point of this. So go back to the starting chain and just double crochet. So 1, and then keep on adding, and 2, and this is 3. And now what I want to show you here is that this strand that we're about to cover, we want to continue to go right up over top of that so it doesn't so it does get stuck inside the stitch. Okay, so let's just do a quick count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8, 9, 10, 11, and that includes that first chain. So let's just recount. There should be 12 now. So just look at it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. We're going to do an invisible join if you're just joining the series and haven't seen the rest. We've been doing invisible seam lines to get rid of any kind of seam line that appears in your project. So you just cut your yarn, and you're going to grab your darning needle, your tapestry needle, and put that yarn on, and you want to finish this off using, instead of doing a slip stitch, you want to go in the top of the first one here and just glide it underneath the one stitch that you would normally slip stitch to and pull it through, and you want to make it look like it belongs. So you just want to make it look awesome, and then you're gonna come back to the starting, see where this yarn strand comes out of this one here, see it's right there. You want to go back down through there and stay towards the back side, and then you're just gonna stay on the back and you're gonna weave in and out. Just like you see. So you want to go in and out 3 times in order to make it work. Now because you crocheted over top of that starting strand, you can safely cut that out too, and that'll be permanently buried into your project. So now this here is your starting. So let's move on to round number 2. So let's begin round number 2. I don't want you to create a slip knot, not with mandalas. I want you just to loop it in your hand, and I want you to go into any stitch that's available to you. Because you've done the invisible join, is that everything should work out for you. So we're now about to start, and I want you to create a loop. Okay, so don't create a tie or anything, just loop it into your hand. Leave an extra long yarn tail that you'll be using to do a darning needle closing off with later. So you're going to go into any stitch that's all the way that's in the circle. You're going to pull the loop through and let the straggler fall towards the back side and get it out of your hair. Okay, so for this one here, what we're going to do is that we're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, again counts as a double crochet, and in the same one that you just attached it to, I want you to double crochet again. So this is an easy round. Every stitch now going forward is going to have a 2 double crochets. See this straggler? Lay it down on top of the stitch, and that'll get it stuck underneath the stitch, and then you don't need to worry about getting a darning needle into that later. Okay, so just go up over top of it, maybe about an inch or 2, and then you can safely cut that out. So just put in 2 double crochets in each stitch going all the way around, as see at the end of this round. So coming up all the way back around, this is my last stitch. Now because we use the invisible seam join, what's gonna happen is that you don't have that extra piece that would look like if you did a slip stitch. So it's immediately every stitch is being used. So to keep in balance with this, I'm going to use an invisible seam line again. Just trim my yarn just enough to make a darning needle get through it, and then put the needle on, and I want you to finish that stitch. Okay, so come up to the very beginning one. This is the starting chain that you started with. Make sure you get into it, coming through, pull it together, and then just make sure this drops down into where it's originating out of. Do you see that? And then just go down like so. And I want to make sure I don't warp this in any way, so just pull it back a little bit. Just I want to get it enough that it looks like it's part of it. There you go, got it. And then just finish it off by going back and forth 2 more times. So the secret is to go back and forth 3 times. And you don't want to warp anything, of course. So once you get everything buried in, you're good to go, able to move up to the next round. Now the starting strand that we started with is buried in it because we did it as we went, so that can be trimmed out, and now we're able to move on. This should balance itself out in the future. So let's move along to round number 3. So let's begin number 3. We're just gonna loop the next color, and now we're gonna go into a space in between the groups of 2 double crochets. So you see there's 2 and then there's 2. I want you to go right into a space. So just go into a space, grab on the yarn, pull through, let the straggler fall out the back, and then just chain up 3. So 1, 2, 3, and I want you to lay down that straggler so that you keep burying it underneath that same stitch. So put in 2 more double crochets into that same space that you just joined to, and just pull this snug just to tighten it up. And then what you're going to do is that let the straggler fall. You can deal with that later. And then you are going to move to the next space in between the next group of 2. So leave these 2 together, go into the next space after it, and then you're gonna do 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. And then jump and leave those 2 together, jump into the next space, and keep doing that all the way around for round number 3. Okay, now that I've come all the way back around, all I want to do now is just join it to the beginning top chain 3 with an invisible. I've shown you how to do that, so I'll have you do that now, and then just take care of this other loose end. Just throw it through a darning needle and go back and forth 3 times, and then you're good to go. So please do that, and let's meet me on round number 4. So let's begin round number 4. Just create a loop, and then what you want to do is you want to go into the space in between 3 double crochets. So here's the 3 double crochets, here's the next one, go right into a space, just pull through, and then let the straggler fall at the back, and you will need to secure that later. So chain up 1 and then 1 single crochet into that same spot. So this one's a very, very easy round. So you're gonna chain 3, so 1, 2, 3, and then jump to the next space in between the next group of 3 double crochets and single crochet in there. So 1, 2, 3, and then go into the next space. Please do that all the way around. When you get around to the other side, just chain 3 and then just join with the slip stitch. You can do that, and then just use a darning needle to finish off your ends, and then we're good to go. So please do that now, and meet me back here. We'll do number 5 together. So let's begin round number 5. You're going to just create the loop as you had been. I want you to go into any one of these chain 3 spaces that you have. Just going in, just grab the yarn, pull through, and then let the straggler fall at the back. We can deal with that right now so that it gets stuck, so you don't need to use a darning needle. Just stay toward the one side of the gap, and I want you to chain 1 and just pull everything nice and tight, and I want you to lay down this straggler on top of that blue area, just like you see. So let's just tighten things back up down here, and what I want you to place is that I want you to do 5 single crochets into that same spot. So just go right up over top. So that was 1 and 2. Things can be moved around once it's in place. This is 3, 4, and 5, and that's looking pretty rough. So just move everything down just like you see, and then just go to the next chain 3 space and then put 5 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then go to the next chain 3 space. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So please do that all the way around for round number 5. When you get all the way back around, you can just join it to the very first one to do your slip stitching in order to make it work, or you can do the invisible join. This one, it kind of doesn't matter, it'll get hidden underneath anyway. So you can just trim that out, just weave in your ends, and then meet me back here. We'll do number 6 together, round number 6. So let's begin round number 6. We're gonna do something slightly different. So we're gonna loop like we have been, and I want you to look at the middle one of any group of the 5. So just count it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the third one in, it's the middle. You're going to join it, and you're just gonna pull the loop through and let that straggler hit the back, and you're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. So leave the straggler down on top so that you can get it stuck underneath, and I want you to put 4 more double crochets into that same one you did the join. So this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So now what you're going to do, I put the straggler in behind just so that you're aware. What you're going to do is that you were going to do an extended single crochet down around the post of the single crochet that's here, this blue. So you're just going to come down, okay, so you're just gonna go in and around the post and then pull up. So just give it a bit of slack and then pull through 2. I'll show this again in just a moment after we get to the next one. So once you've done that, you jump to the middle one of the next group of 5, and you're gonna put in 5 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And now we're going to do an extended single crochet down around the post. So it's here in the blue. So just coming around, just come around the outside. Okay, so around and then back out, pull through, give it a bit of slack, and then pull through the 2, and that's an extended. And then jump to the middle one again, 5 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, and do you see what I did? I jumped stitches by accident. So you just want to make sure you're paying attention to your work. Not a good time for the kitty cat to need a petting. So you got 3, 4 and 5, and then come down again to the next post that you see here in the blue. Come around, just pull a little bit of slack, finish it off. So do that all the way around. I'll see you at the end of this round. So I'm coming all the way back around. I've got my last shells in here. It's the 5 double crochets. Don't forget you still have to come down to your extended single crochet down in and then pull up. Okay, and then just attach it then to the beginning top of the chain 3 that you started with. So just please fasten this off, and then we're gonna begin our next step. So let's begin round number 7. So just create a loop. So what we want to do is see these front post single crochets that came around here. We're going to be playing in those, and then we're also going to play in the tops of these as well. So we're going to start off with in the middle here, and we are going to begin, and we are just going to go through the side like so, and just grab the loop and pull through. Let the straggler come down, and we're going to bury it as we go to get rid of it the very first time. So we're going to chain up total 3, so it counts as the double crochet. So 1, 2, 3. And then what I want you to do is that I want you to go down this post. So it's very much like a crocodile stitch. So you're gonna do 4 double crochets around the post going down. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So with the chaining of 3 plus these 4, that gives you a total of 5. So I want you now to go to the top of the next group of these 5 here, and I want you to single crochet just like that. So it causes that to turn over and make it look like it's twisted. So we're gonna begin right over here. So just wrap and going into the next front post, single crochet down here, and just double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, just keep working your way down, 4 and 5. And then go to the next group here in the other layer, go to the middle one and single crochet. And I want you to do that all the way around, so I'll review one more time. So just go around the post. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then just go to the next group here that you see. It's the middle one, single crochet. Please do that all the way around, and now you can see the twist is starting to happen. When you come all the way back around, don't forget you still have to do your single crochet in the top of the last shell in the back, and then all you just have to do then is just join it to the top of the first chain 3. You can use the slip stitch if you really wanted to, or if you want to continue with your invisible join, that's completely up to you. And now we're gonna move on to round number 8. Okay, in round number 8 we're just gonna loop, and we're just going to do single crochets in each stitch all the way around. That includes all these front post double crochets. So just start on any one of them, it doesn't matter. It's just one single crochet each, just join it. And then you're gonna bury that loose end as you go. So just chain 1, single crochet into the same one, and just lay down that straggler over top so that you can get that underneath, and just do 1 single crochet in each stitch, including that single crochet stitch that's in between these groups. So right there, and then just jump to the next shell, and etc. So please do 1 single crochet in every stitch all the way around. So coming up all the way around, I'm just going to just single crochet. Just make sure you finish off exactly. I got the single crochet, I didn't start there, so that got that one left. And then I'm just going to slip stitch to the beginning, single crochet, and then finish off. So now we're going to begin our final round, round number 9. It's quite easy, and it's still gonna do a little bit of overlaying. We'll start that in just a moment. So finish this off, and then meet you back here in a second. So let's do your final round. It's like a scallop round. It's really quite easy, and you're just going to create your loop. Now I want you to look for the group of the 5 double crochets that you see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to the middle one, so it's the third one in, and follow it straight up. That's your first one. Can be any one of those groups of 5, and then just pull through. Make sure you get all your plies through, and then let the straggler drop. We're gonna bury that right now as we go around too. So we're going to then chain up 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then coming into that same one you're gonna put in 5 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and with that chaining of 3 plus those 5, that gives you a number of 6. So let that straggler fall out of the way. Your next stitch then is around this blue one here. This is a single crochet, and what you're going to do is that you're going to do a front post single crochet around that thing. So front post single crochet. So just going in the one side, out the other, and just keep it nice there, and then finish it. So don't pull it up like we did before. Keep it nice and down like that, so that'll make the outside really come up and down. So again, to the middle one of the group of the next 5. So 1, 2, 3, just follow it straight up, and you are going to put in 6 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then coming down to the next one. So it's the single crochet right here in the blue, coming around, and it's a front post single crochet, and then jump to the middle one. So 1, 2, 3, just jump to the middle one and do another 6, and please do that all the way around. It's a really easy round, and meet me back here in just a moment. So when you come back around, just make sure that you do get this last one here with the front post single crochet, and then attach it to the beginning. So you might as well finish this off with an invisible join, just to make it look good right at the very end. And this is it for this particular pattern. So you can see that you've done some layers. You can see that it actually is popping off different elements here. It's actually really a neat idea. I actually designed these during Victoria weekend here in Canada during the Queen's birthday a couple years ago at the picnic table, and it was a really beautiful May Day that I did all of these in one day. Decided to have a day off, and well, a day off camera and off the internet. And actually had a lot of fun designing these, but you know, the possibilities are quite endless with these mandalas in order to come up with some really neat ideas. So you shouldn't limit yourself to what others are doing, so just put your stitches elsewhere and see what you come up with, and it's pretty neat. So here it's a little bit it's not buckled or anything like that, but wet blocking, if you're gonna use this as like a as a pot holder, I would wet block it. So just dip it in a little bit of water, let it dry sitting down, and you can see that it's got these beautiful layers of lifting just like you see, and this completes this part of the series. So we actually have when we go and look back, we had the less complicated one here, and then we had the sunrise here, and this one here, and the beginning. So it's kind of neat. We have one more to go within the series, and then all the ones that I've written for now are done, and this is really neat. So this is an awesome time. Have a good one. We'll see you again real soon for the very final one of this series, and then I may add more later at another time. We'll see you. Bye bye.